Do you remember the moment the ideal relationship cracked? The first time their cruel side emerged without warning? That moment is the devaluation shock, and it is the structural beginning of the end. Following our structural series, we know the narcissist lacks object constancy and must rely on splitting. The devaluation shock is the inevitable, brutal consequence of this fragility. The devaluation phase is not a premeditated decision. It is a defensive reaction triggered by narcissistic injury. This injury occurs when the grandiose illusion is threatened. The trigger can be anything that reminds the narcissist of their own intolerable limitations, imperfection, or dependency. You assert a boundary. You express a separate need. You achieve a success that overshadows them. You simply fail to serve as the flawless self-object. You discover truths that you were never meant to find. This threat shatters their perceived omnipotence, instantly exposing the underlying pathological shame. Once the injury occurs, the entire system structurally flips the switch of splitting. The narcissist instantly ejects their intolerable all bad, introject onto you, and the devaluation shock is delivered, suddenly, as a brutal shift in their treatment that is completely inconsistent with the love bombing. The mind games, the gaslighting, the Darvo, etc., are all mechanisms to forcefully transfer the unbearable feeling of shame from their internal world to your external world. You are now the container for all things bad. This shock is so devastating because it occurs within the context of the established trauma bond. The victim's brain is confused, desperately seeking the familiar dopamine reward amidst the cortisol-soaked betrayal. The devaluation shock is the crucial event that deepens the trauma bond, forcing the victim into a high-alert state where they try to fix the damage and return to the idealization phase. The shock confirms your new, structurally defined role as the all-bad object, the target for the narcissist's constant need to avoid accountability and project their internal chaos. Understanding that this is all a pathological mechanism of the mind of the narcissist, rather than being about your inherent value in any way, shape, or form, is a key piece to a radical acceptance.